All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chid from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is player ratings, and you know what we do for player ratings. We'll talk about the game, rate the players, and do what we do, and no doubt get slaughtered for it. So joining me is my favorite person I like to get slaughtered with, and that is Lee. Say hello to the people, Lee.
Well, I would say good evening, but it's not a good evening, really, is it? It's draw FC, literally draw FC. That's all we seem to do these days, draw football matches, which is just not good enough, mate. It's not good enough, and I'm sick of hearing people's excuses. He's been here 5 league games, he's got 1 win. Yeah, if that was Unai Emery, they'd be calling for blood. Yeah, in fact, they were. Anyway. Yeah. Did Emery go on a run where we only won 1 out of 5? Did it get that deep? I don't know. It might have done. I can't remember. It's been crap for about a year. Yeah. Maybe the back end of last season when we had that 7 games. I don't know, but yeah, another game where we've conceded more shots to the opposition than we've had. Another game where we've only had 4 shots on target. Another game where players have just gone missing left, right, and centre. Another game where we've took the lead and not seen it out. And another game where people want to just make excuse after excuse after excuse. Yeah, there is no excuses. It ain't good enough. Yeah, and they're all shocking.
All right. From my perspective, when I was watching the game, it played out. First of all, it was a boring game. I'm not going to lie. It was a boring game. But while we were winning, I didn't mind that. Because, like I said, in the first half, I will take 38 of those boring, non-eventful Arsenal 1-0 wins. Not a problem. But the problem is that when you're an Arsenal fan, you expect us to F up. You expect it to happen. You expect us to concede a goal. You expect there to be conceding lapse of, kind of a lapse in concentration. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't necessarily put anybody at fault for John Fleck's goal. I thought it was a beautiful goal. It was just a collective team loss in concentration that left John Fleck all by himself. But at the same time, you just think to yourself, we're still making the same errors. Arteta, for me, is not learning from his previous mistakes. And I was hoping for a little bit of a further development from now. It's like, all right, yeah, great. We're playing entertaining football, whatever the hell that means, right? but at the same time, we're not winning games. Like Lee says, 1 in 5 ain't good enough. Don't get me wrong, under Emery, it was that bad, all right? But at the same time, we were promised with Arteta it would be so much better, it would be so much fresher. The players are responding so much more to Arteta. And yeah, sure, I see a little bit of response out there. I'm not seeing results. We have more draws than IKEA.
More draws than troops, baby.
You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. Like, at the end of the day, Chick, right? Talk is cheap. Yeah? And it's like, listen, I don't want to get on Arteta's case after 6 games in total, yeah? But the facts are there. The players have upped their work rate a little bit, and all of a sudden we get all giddy and go, oh, Arteta's the next Wenger. He's the next Pep. No, he isn't. Yeah? Yes, we may have missed Aubameyang today, but let's have it right. This is the same Aubameyang that's being stuck on the left wing to shoehorn a striker who can't hit a barn door. Yeah? This is the same manager that's picking a number 10 who don't score or create any goals. Yeah? And again today, I'm sure we'll come on to him, but again today, there was 2 instances where he's running at their defence and I'm going, shoot. You even said it. Why didn't he shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because he don't shoot. Mate, I've had harder shits than he has shots. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? It trickles to the goal. And he played one to Martinelli, and everyone goes, this guy's got great technical ability. His vision's amazing. Why did it go out for a goal kick then? It was a simple sideways. Yeah, Martinelli was in. Yeah, and people are sit there and say, oh, you're blaming him. No, I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him. But he is the talisman of the team, and he had the captain's armband on at one point. Right? Lacazette, again, should not have started. Put Martinelli up front. Yeah, I swear down, right? Both of them 2 start on Tuesday against Chelsea, we're in big trouble. Yeah, And they will start. We know they're going to start. Like you said on the back end of my stream, yeah. Arteta's mates with Özil, yeah, and he'll do whatever he can to get him in the team, and he'll do whatever he can to put lack of threat up front, even if that means shoehorning him in and putting the top striker in the league last season, or joint top striker in the league, on the left wing. Yeah, I'm sorry. If these were decisions that Arsene Wenger would be making, or decisions that Emery would be making, yeah, people would be losing their rag. But because it's Mikel Arteta and he's been in 5-6 games or whatever, we've got to give him time. Why? Ancelotti went straight into Everton and won 2 out of 2. Did he need time? As soon as they sacked Marco Silva, they won 3 in a row, I think, or 4 in. 3 wins and a draw out of 4 games. As soon as he got sacked, we've won 1 out of 5.
We're the only team in the world that doesn't receive this manager bounce back. It's like it never happens for us. Whether it's Emery that comes in, whether it's Jumbo that comes in, whether it's Arteta that comes in, you would think there'd be some sort of reaction where we win games. It never happens for us. I don't understand what that's about.
I'll tell you what it's about. It's about the fact that you're picking players that are not good enough, and you're leaving players on the bench or in the reserves or whatever it is you're doing that you don't know are good enough. People have said to me so many times, yeah, but you don't know about Arteta because he's never managed. So you don't know what he's going to do. Okay, cool. So we don't know what Joe Willock can do because he never plays a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't he play? Yeah, we don't know. I don't know. There might be a kid in the reserves, Medley, for example. We don't know what he can do because he never plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not play him then? Because if we don't know what Arteta's going to do, and that's the case for Arteta, surely that's the same case for players that are in the reserves that don't get a game. Yeah. So why don't we go with some of these other players? And it can't get any worse, can it? Let's be real. Yeah. 1 win in 5 league games since he's come here, and people want to tell me this is the right guy. And people want to tell me calm down and give him time. Listen, I'll give him until about this time next year. Yeah. Right. I will. I'll give him. I'll give him Christmas. Yeah. I'll give him Christmas. But at the end of the day, all the time he keeps shoehorning players into the wrong positions, picking players based on their name. Yeah. Then dropping a player and picking somebody else like that should. It's like you're no better at this than Emery or Wenger were. Like, you know, you're doing exactly the same mistakes that they were making. Yeah.
But to me, it's learning from mistakes. I said at the very start of Arteta's reign, right? He will make mistakes because he's inexperienced. And this is why I thought it was a dumb decision hiring him in the first place. But I would forgive him for making mistakes. All I ask from him is to learn from them. You're a grown man. You should be able to learn from mistakes that you make, right? Yeah. If you can see, for example, that Mesut Ozil's not doing it, just because he's your mate, don't be afraid to pull his punk ass off.
But this is what he came in and said, though, wasn't it? That's what he came in and said. Yeah, I'm not going to be afraid to do this, but I want people to commit. I'll give an example. Martinelli and Pepe played against West Ham away.
Yeah.
Under Freddie. Yeah. The next game they were dropped. Why? I know that wasn't Arteta, but they were dropped under Freddie. Why? Yeah. Why did you make that decision, Freddie? Arteta comes in, yeah, and drops Pepe. Bear in mind, he played really well in that game. He drops in for Reece Nelson. Based on what? Based on what? Somebody said, oh, you don't see him in training, that they might be good in training. And what? Training is completely different. We've seen pretty triangles in training. We then drew with Bournemouth, mate. Yeah. They're going to get relegated.
Arteta's an amazing finisher in training. We see what happens in games.
And this is the thing, right? He drops Pepe and puts Reece Nelson in, and we're sitting here going, "Wow, Reece Nelson over Pepe." Guess what? He then puts Pepe in against United, and he runs rings round them. Yeah. But now Pepe's been crap for 2 games. He fully deserves to be dropped. Yeah. But he won't drop him. He won't put Reece Nelson back in. He'll keep him. He'll keep him in there. Yeah. And this is where we've gone wrong for a decade, Chig. Yeah. Constantly picking the wrong players at the wrong times and picking players based on the fact of their name, not the performances. If you play well, you keep the shirt. Yeah. Today, I thought Granit Xhaka done all right. It got better the longer the game went on. The first 20 minutes, I thought he was a bit poor. Yeah. After that, I thought he played all right. Lucas Torreira done all right. David Luiz, I thought was better than Mustafi in the end, but I thought they were both all right.
Agreed.
And this is the thing. if Socrates is now fit for Tuesday, is Mustafi going to start? Because he should do, but he ain't going to start because Socrates walks straight back in. And that there will sum it all up. Lacazette shouldn't start, Özil shouldn't start, and Mustafi should. Yeah? And none of that will happen. And that is where we go wrong time and time again, right? And listen, people can sit there and say, like Abdi says, give him a year. I'm going to give him until Christmas. Yeah, but the fact and reality is I wasn't convinced when we appointed him, and I'm even more not convinced now. Yeah, the guy's out of his depth. The same as Fred was out of his depth, and the same as Unai Emery was out of his depth. We needed a proper manager. Yeah,
just to stabilise us. Even if this was your ultimate plan, bring in the 2-year manager first to get us back into that Champions League. And then if you've identified someone that you think is going to be the shit, so be it. But to give, and in a lot of ways, I feel sorry for him, because to give this inexperienced guy this kind of job is so irresponsible. Honestly, to me, it's such an irresponsible, short-sighted decision.
Matt Deacon in the chat says where we went wrong is our fans not supporting the manager. Well, I don't think Mikel Arteta's watching the stream, Matt, and I'm quite sure he don't know that we exist. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over us sitting there slagging him off, mate. What do you think? Like, you know, I'm sure the 60,000 that went to the ground today was supporting. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what a stupid thing to say.
All right, well, look, let's go into the player ratings. Almost 170 people watching. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and me and Lee will take you through the player ratings. All right. First things first. Let's talk. By the way, guys, if you haven't watched player ratings before, I will do everything in terms of I'll mark all the players. Lee will talk about the back line, back five, and the man of the match, whoever we thought he is, right? And to watch the rest, go to Lee's channel and he'll be able to finish the rest. No doubt Lee will probably go on and go live in the next hour or so where he'll do the rest. Yeah? All right, guys. Let's go into it. Shall we start with Bernd Leno? I don't really remember him making outstanding saves. To be fair to him, in the first half, there were no shots on target.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember him having to get involved too tough. The goal was a beautiful goal. I can't even really fault him for that. I did see somebody on Twitter going nuts about they thought that Bernd Leno could have done a bit better with that goal. I'm like, are you smoking, bro?
Yeah, he ain't Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say
arms and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm all for not giving Leno a pass the way most people do, but I would not blame him at all for that finish.
He made, although it was straight at him, they had a free header. Yeah, and the guy didn't really get enough power on it. But if he'd put that to the right of him, that would have been a goal. But he was in the right place. He caught it. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, me too. I was just about to say a 6. So 6 out of 10 for Bernd Leno. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I thought it was a bit quiet today. Didn't really see a lot of his influence. I started watching him towards the last end of the last 20 minutes of the game. And to be perfectly honest, he was one of the people I saw that looked like he was panicking.
Yeah.
And that worried me a little bit because I actually think over the last couple of weeks he's been playing quite well. Wasn't by any means the worst player on the pitch. I just didn't really see any positive contribution from him. So for that reason, I'll give him a 4. 4 was my instinct. I'll give him a 4.
Oof. I'm going to go with a 5.
Okay.
Pretty average today. I thought he was pretty average. I think that he wasn't a threat at all going forward. Let's be real. Yeah, but he hasn't been under Arteta really, has he? He's not bombing down that wing like Kolasinac or Xhaka have been. Defensively, I thought he'd done all right first half. Second half, like you said, as soon as they got the goal, he started flapping a little bit. But I didn't really notice him. Like, I didn't really notice anything bad. I didn't notice anything good. I'm just going to give him a straight 5, mate. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. Let's go with David Luiz. I thought was probably the best defender.
Yeah,
to be honest. Up until the first half, I thought it was Xhaka, but I thought Xhaka faded as the second half went on. Whereas I thought Luis maintained a consistent level throughout the game. Wasn't spectacular, don't get me wrong, but I thought went about his business quite nicely. And I'll give Luis a 7 out of 10.
Right.
I think he's a good.
We're agreeing. We're agreeing. I've written all my scores down here. Yeah, on my phone. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
7 as well. I thought he was best out of the 4 at the back. And I think he was slightly better than Mustafi. So yeah, I'd go 7. I'd go over 7.
Yep. And that, I suppose, then reveals our next mark for Mustafi, who I thought quietly went about his business, then started making a couple of Mustafi-like panic mistakes. But I thought all in all generally was okay. And I'll give Mustafi a 6 out of 10. Yeah. And that, for me, further vindicates my question. Because somebody asked me yesterday when I was doing the show, if it was up to me, would I get this Dijon guy right now, or would I wait until the end of the season, get a quality defender in, and keep Mustafi? Like, would I sell Mustafi, get a defender now, or would I keep Mustafi and get a quality defender at the end of the season, where we could spend a bit more dough?
All day long, keep Mustafi and get a better one in the summer. Mate, this any Dagenham or whatever his name is, the wank fest for that guy. Jesus Christ. I think he made it to team of the season in La Liga twice. And Kolasinac made it to German team of the season.
True. That's very true.
Yeah. That's very true. Real here. None of that league can defend anyway. It's only Atletico Madrid that know how to defend properly. Come on. Like, seriously. Yeah.
I do think he's a good defender, but I do think he's a good defender, but I agree with you. I feel like there's a better defender out there.
For £25 million for a 5'10" centre back. Sorry, you're too small for starters. Yeah, we want one 6'3", 6'5". We want a big physical specimen in defence, bruv, like a Van Dijk. Yeah, and for that you have to pay top dollar. Sorry, £25 million ain't cutting it. Yeah,
agreed.
He's a good defender. He ain't a great defender. He's 28 years old. He ain't that quick. He ain't that good. Yeah, I'd keep Mustafi and buy a prop one in the summer. But anyway, Mustafi. I'd give
I'm so uncomfortable. We're agreeing too much.
I know. Today. I'd give him a 6 as well. I thought he made a really good last-ditch slide tackle that gave them a corner. And, yeah, I'd give him a 6. Lee was right about it. Well, not yet, Kevin Keegan. I'd love it. I'd love it.
But, yeah, for me, I agree. 6 out of 10. Thought it was good. Not nothing special, but I keep Mustafi until the end of the season. And this coming from me. I'm the biggest Mustafi hater there is. But I'm just looking at it practically. Yeah. Left back. Xhaka. I thought had a really good first half. Then faded a little bit. And maybe it was just due to his efforts. We're still playing him so far out of position. And I think he's doing a good enough job at the moment. You can see why we're being linked with Kazawa. I personally think that maybe Saka might end up doing a better job than Kazawa. I've got this horrible feeling.
We can play at left back and do better than Kazawa, bro. Jesus Christ. Yeah, come on, seriously. This is the levels we've sunk to, mate. That we're going on about Kazawa on a 5-year deal. Jesus.
The only thing I will say, and I did say this on my channel, to be fair. The only thing I'll say, he is a left back. That's the only thing I will say. But
yeah, I think we signed him on a 5-year deal in the summer. So
I want.
We don't need a left back. If anything, we need a right back.
Yeah, true. But I'm just going to say this because Arsenal has a habit of hyping new signings. Don't expect Roberto Carlos. Don't expect someone capable.
No, I'll tell you what to expect. Andre Santos.
Yeah, he's really good going forward, but he forgets he's a defender.
And he's got a broken disc in his back, so he's perfect for Arsenal. Let's be real. Yeah. But,
so, like you say, a 5-year deal for him is nuts. I don't know what he's smoking. But yeah.
Saka, what are you marking Saka?
7 out of 10.
Wait, that's a bit steep. I was going to give him a 6. See, we agreed for a couple of players and we're back to arguing again.
We're back to our normal selves. I'm going to go 7 out of 10. I did think Luis was the best defender, but I thought Xhaka did well enough in the first half.
He set up the goal, and that was a great cross, by the way. I know it took a slight little deflection. But yeah, that he played really well. He faded second half, though, but I suppose it's not easy getting up and down and defending. He's not used to doing that defensive side of it so much, is he? And being in his box and slide tackling and stuff like that. So, but going forward, I thought he was a threat pretty much all game. Yeah, but 6 for me.
Okay. Right. So, have you mentioned your man of the match yet?
Nah, Torreira's my man of the match.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead with that?
Yeah, man. Do you know what? He's kind of spinning me around a little bit because I would have fully binned him before Arteta came.
I'll confess. Me too.
I would have fully binned him, but I'm not getting carried away. Yeah, because Mesut Özil stepped up for 2 games, and now he's back to Mesut Özil. Yeah. Granit Xhaka's played all right since Arteta's come in, but I'd still bin him. Yeah. So listen, let's see how he plays out the rest of the season. Whilst he's playing well, I would say he's playing well. Yeah, and for the last couple of games, at half time against Palace when he got subbed, we missed him. Yeah, he was the best player in the first half. Today, I thought Xhaka was the man of the match at half time, but overall, I thought Torreira was. His work rate, his energy. At one point, he was the one making the play. He was driving forward, and I'm like, well, where's the number 10? Yeah, he was bombing through that midfield at times. He was the one slide tackling. He was the one getting stuck in. He took an elbow to the face that VAR didn't even bother looking at, or a forearm to the face. Why didn't they look at that? But I thought he was really good. I thought he was man of the match for me. And long may that continue. We're going to need him on Tuesday. And for somebody who's just come back from being subbed the other day, not really trained great this week, got a bit of bruising on his hip, fantastic performance, 8 out of 10.
Yeah. For me, gosh, I'm back to agreeing. I completely agree with everything you said. And Arteta was a bit conscious of playing him in this game because he said that he had, like you said, he had some bruising. But he also said that, Torreira's a tough boy. These South Americans, they're tough. They'll play through.
My man was crying when Xhaka got booed, bro. I don't know about tough.
Yeah, all right. Maybe emotional. Maybe he's emotionally weak. But physical,
feminine side, yeah.
Physical specimens. These South Americans are made in a different way. So, I thought he was really good. All things considered, like you say, the fact he was playing through such a bad knock and he turned in a really good performance, I'll give him an 8 out of 10. And like you say, now I'm starting to change my mind on him because much like you, I was ready to say, oh, bun him then. If he wants to go to Milan, let him go. But my mind is starting to change on him now as well, I must admit. So he's doing really well. Let's see if he keeps it up, like you say. My man of the match too, and I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Granit Xhaka, I thought did pretty well. Better than people make out. Particularly in the first half, I thought he was quite good. But then, much like everybody else, as soon as the goal started going in, he started panicking. Him, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and Mustafi, I noticed in particular, were panicking. Mesut Özil also giving the ball away, start all of a sudden, as soon as the goal went in. But I thought until the goal went in, I thought he looked pretty calm, composed. And I'll give him a 6 out of 10 for me.
I thought he started off crap. And better. Yeah, I thought he was sloppy in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, he was getting bullied a little bit in that first half. And as soon as he got over that and we started getting further forward, I think we moved up 10 yards. As soon as we started pushing them back a little bit.
He had more time, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a little bit more time. There was one bit in the first 25 minutes, where he got the ball in his own half and run all the way down the left wing. I was like, right, Xhaka can run. I was like, although he did have loads of space, nobody was near him. Like nobody was coming at him. He had about 70 yards to run into. So I was like, okay. But and then he passed it inside to Torreira, I think it was, or Lacazette. But second half, I thought he got a lot better. But then, like you said, as soon as the goal comes, it's back to panicking again. Yeah, and this is the problem with players like Xhaka and the players like Mustafi. Not so much with Maitland-Niles, but as soon as it gets stuck on them, they flap and they start flopping and they panic and then they start moving erratic. Yeah. It's all well and good when it's going well and you've got time and space and you look great and you can spray your passes. When people are in your face and as soon as you've got the ball, bang, you've got 2 players on you. That's when you see how good a player is. And when that happened in the second half, he was flopping. I'm not going to give you a score for him. I'll do that on my channel. But I did think he actually played all right. And he has played all right since he's come back after throwing the armband on the floor.
Yeah, agreed. He's been mentally. I think he's very strong. I'll give Grant Xhaka that. I think mentally, I think he's very, very strong. I think he has been pretty consistent since he's come back from Crystal Palace, and he's been playing at a sort of a kind of a 6 to 7 out of 10 level consistently since. I still would bin him just because I think he's too much of a liability. But I think fair play to him. I think he's been one of our more consistent players in recent weeks. So I'll give him that. Let's talk about your boy Mesut Özil, because you went into one. Let me have my 2 pennies worth.
You go first. I'll go and get that. I'll go and fill that up. In a minute, yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries. I think when Mesut Özil, my issues with Mesut Özil are a few things. I think sometimes he becomes a bit lackadaisical, drifts in and out of games. Phrase in the month from Arsenal fans seems to be, well, he recycles the ball. Me. I mean, he passes the ball the same way everyone else in the team passes the ball. I feel like there were a couple in the second half where he just flat out gave the ball away. People have this belief that if Mesut Özil is not in the team and we don't create anything, Mesut Özil doesn't create assists anymore. He doesn't have assists to his name anymore. What he does do is that, I'll give you something. He runs. Okay, he runs. I'll give you that. And he has a lot of pre-come assists. Okay, I'll also give you that. Whatever the hell that means. If we're counting these now. But ultimately, when it comes to winning games, when was the last time Mesut Özil had a proper influence in winning a game? Yes, he's had 2 good games recently from Mesut where he played well. Remember, he's had 2 good games. We only won 1 of them. What does that tell you? So I feel like people overestimate Mesut Özil. Was he the worst player on the pitch? No, he wasn't. Not in my view. But at the same time, I just feel like with Mesut Özil, he just looks like somebody who is happy to collect his paycheck, will do the bare minimum, clocks in, clocks out, and that's it. Goes back to playing Fortnite for the rest of the night. And as an Arsenal fan who is so desperate to see his team motor up that table, when you're seeing players like a Mesut Özil treading water, that is what frustrates people. To me, I'm going to give Mesut Özil a 5 out of 10. I'm sure people will feel that that's generous. But I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Jeez. That's generous, baby. Can I ask why you've given him 5? What did he do to warrant a 5?
What I will say is there was a point late in the first, probably half an hour into the game, because that's when my stream finally started to settle, where I did see a couple of intentional passes that looked like they were trying to create problems. And I did feel like they dropped 10 yards because Mesut Özil was dropping deeper on the ball and trying to push them back. I did see that. I can't even front like I didn't see that. But yeah, to me, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I know a lot of people in the chat room disagree, to be fair. Look at this.
I'm not going to give him a score. I'll do that on my channel, yeah? Here's where I get the ump with this guy, yeah? I nearly dropped my drink. Hey, bruv, I don't waste valuable rum, mate. Trust me. Yeah, I would have been on the floor licking it up. But no, here's where I get the ump with this geezer, yeah? Again, listen, he's played every single game under Arteta. We've won 1 game in the league out of 5. He's played all of them. Yeah? 1 game. 1 game out of 5. How many assists has he got in them games? 0. How many goals has he got in them games? 0. Why is he in the team? Why? What? Because he can pass the ball? Well, I'd expect him to pass the ball. He's a professional footballer. Oh, but he breaks through the lines. He gets balls down the wing. And if the amount of times I watch him play and he trots around the pitch with that fake, half-assed, I'm trying attitude, like he does this little jog where he sort of jogs a little bit quicker to the ball, to try and get the ball back. He was doing that again today. Against Man United, go and watch the Man United game back again. The guy was running with intensity, purpose, strength. There was one point, do you remember we'd done the watch-along, and I said, rah, Ozil's turned into Incredible Hulk. He's forearming 2 players off the ball down the wing. Do you remember that? Yeah? Where's that today then? Because that's the game you had to do it today. That's the game you have to be physical today. That's the game you have to put your tackles in and match them for work rate. What did he do? And people can say you've got an agenda. Yeah, I have. I want him fucking gone, mate. Yeah? I can't stand the geezer. Yeah? The quicker he has left this football club, the quicker we move forward. Because you know what? As much as I ranted about Wenger and hated on Wenger, at least Wenger was good when he came. I've seen nothing out of this guy. Yeah, nothing to warrant the army of divs that follow him. Yeah, that suck him off at every pass and suck him off at every assist. Yeah, it's gone from he gets assists, he's the assist king. Well, he ain't anymore, is he? Kevin De Bruyne is. Yeah. Now what? Oh, pre-come assists. Well, he don't even get them anymore. Now it's but yeah, he puts the ball into space, and but he works a bit harder. He runs far. He's a fucking central midfielder. I'd expect him to run far. You know, every single excuse in the book is for this guy, yeah? And if anyone can sit there and genuinely tell me the geezer played well today, and there is people, I've seen him online, yeah, going, oh, he was pivotal in everything good going forward. What did we do good going forward then? What did we do?
I will say this, to be fair to my 5, I just remembered there was one ball he gave away and they almost scored. All right, I'll drop it to a 3. But I'll still say a 3. I'll still fight for it.
That's still generous. Right, listen, at the end of the day, right, the way people go on about this guy is like we're playing with Kevin De Bruyne in the team. Yeah, because that's how the level. I don't even listen. I know there's not a million Man City fans online, right? But there is a lot of Man City fans online, and there's a lot of people online that like watching Man City, even though they're not Man City fans. I like watching Man City. I like watching Liverpool. Yeah, when I watch Kevin De Bruyne play, he is everything Ozil fuckboys think that he is. Yeah, I watched the ball that De Bruyne put on a plate for Jesus the other day against Villa. Did you see that cross? Did you see he picked the ball up in his own half, drove over halfway, run 30 yards, out the corner of his eye could see Jesus in the box, whipped a low-driven cross across the box, inch perfect, Jesus, bang, goal. Yeah? That is a proper attacking midfielder. Yeah, and I'm just sick of it, man. I am sick of the excuses. I'm sick of the fucking baggage. It's a circus. He is a circus. Yeah, the quicker he leaves, the better.
Let me ask you something. I know you hate Jack Grealish. Is Jack Grealish?
No, don't even put it. No. Just because he has his pads down by his ankles and he's got a funky barnet, don't mean he's yeah. He looks good.
Is he an improvement on Mesut Özil?
Bro, I'm an improvement on Mesut Özil because at least I'd have a shot. Come on, man. Seriously, bro. You could put Reece Nelson at number 10. He'd score more goals.
Yeah, he probably would.
We've got an attacking midfielder that don't score and don't set up goals. Yeah?
That's true. It's true. We're the only Arsenal fan base that would defend a player that doesn't score goals.
How many number 10s in the Premier League don't score and don't create any goals? But then all you get is, but it's not his fault Lacazette's missing the chances. Well, can you tell me how many Lacazette's missed today that he set up then? And can you tell me what kind of chances they were? Not half chances. I'm talking about Kevin De Bruyne putting them on a plate chances. Because that exists. Yeah, not a let me pass it to him and he has a shot. That's a created chance. No, I want them laid on a plate and Lacazzette's missing. Tell me how many he done today. 0.
All 3 of these guys would be an improvement on Mesut.
McGinn and Maddison all day long. Jack Grealish, nah. I hate that little rat. Yeah, I cannot stand him, mate. And do you know what? Yeah, I've seen people saying we should buy him for 50 million. 50 million? Jesus Christ. Yeah, 50 million. Go and buy Mahrez and put him at number 10.
Oh, there you go.
Come
We
on.
were waiting for the Mahrez mention. There you go. There you go.
Like I said, we have got the only number 10 in the Premier League who doesn't score a goal and doesn't set any goals up. Every other team in the Premier League's number 10 does that. That's if they play with a number 10.
It is really mad when you think about it like that. He's our star number 10 that people venomously defend. Venomously. You think to yourself, hold on, have we got Kevin De Bruyne in the number 10 now and I didn't know about it?
Mate, they're living on some little thing that... And do you know what's going to happen? Because De Bruyne is going to break Henry's assist record this season. Yeah, he's already on 14, I think, before today. I don't know if he got any today. If anyone knows, let me know. But he had 14 before today. He needs 6 more to beat Henry, yeah? They're all going to cry like little babies. Oh, it's Giroud's fault that Özil didn't have it. If Giroud hadn't gone 4 months without a goal, De Bruyne would never have beaten Ozil's record. Yeah, get over yourselves. He's shit. He's been shit for 6 years. He's not lived up to the hype. And he's just a PR machine. Get rid. And if Arteta starts him Tuesday, good luck. Yeah, good luck. Because we'll be in for some banter on Tuesday, mate.
Oh, man. The sooner we get... If only we could sell him and just get a decent number 10.
Buy him, man. Blame Wenger, Gazidis and Dick Law, mate. And this is why you laugh as well. Oh, but we don't spend any money. The owner's shit. Well, the owner's wasting 18 million quid a year on that prick. Do you know what I mean? 18 million pound a year we're throwing at him.
I'm still praying for Hakim Ziyech. Praying. All right. Right-hand side, Nicola Pepe. I've got to admit, so for me, prior to me remembering Mesut Ozil's last mistake, to me, he was the worst player on the pitch. I have to admit. Yeah. I thought it was poor.
Raw.
I thought he was poor. Unless you saw something in the first 20 minutes, because my stream was choppy in the first 20 minutes.
Hey, don't get me wrong, he was crap, but I wouldn't say worst player on the pitch.
Oh, he was poor, bro. For me, I love Peps. I've still got 100% faith in Peps. It was a 3 out of 10 today for me for Pepe. Absolutely. I thought it was poor. I really did.
Listen, don't get me wrong. He was crap. He was crap. And this is what I said earlier, yeah, on the stream. 1 week he's amazing. The next 3 is shit. Yeah? And people can dress it up how they want about it's a new league, it's this and that, yeah? Well, it's irrelevant. Yeah, it's irrelevant. That Timu Pukki is playing up front for a team at the bottom of the table. He ain't having a shit season. And he's new to the league. Yeah, so you can dress it up how you like, yeah? There's other players in this league that are smashing it, right, that are new to the league. Right, Martinelli's another one. Yeah, Pepe created 5 created chances for Martinelli in the beginning. That's 2 more than Özil. There you go. Created 4 against United, but you don't hear nothing about it. But if it's Özil, they're the sort of stats that get circulated online to make out Ozil's good. Yeah. So does that mean that Pepe's played well today? Then
the only thing I was saying is I completely missed the penalty that you say was a penalty.
Oh, it's nailed on penalty.
I completely missed that. So
it's a nailed on penalty. Yeah, I can see why they didn't give it because I can see the other side as well. The fact and reality is he went into the box. It was like the Sol Campbell one against Wayne Rooney. Yeah, the only difference is Pepe's knee hit his knee, whereas the Sol Campbell Rooney one in the 50th game, Rooney never touched knees. Yeah, Rooney literally just fell over. But it was exactly the same. Sol Campbell went to put his foot in and brought it back, didn't he? Their defender did the same on Pepe, but his knee, when he was bringing it back, Pepe's knee caught his and he went down. Yeah. The fact that he went for the ball, didn't get the ball and pulled back caused the connection. If he hadn't have gone for the ball, Pepe would have rounded him and had a shot. Yeah. It's a stonewall penalty for me, but they didn't give it. That's not the reason we didn't win. Yeah. We didn't win because we didn't deserve to win. Yeah.
I just personally think, and big up to Sam, I see you in the chat room. Although you like to post on Twitter that I was disappointed you liked Sam. I'll talk to you about that at some point. For me, with Pepe, I thought he drove defenders back, but I thought the final ball was poor. It was poorer than usual.
Although he set one up on a plate for Martinelli that scuffed wide. Great ball from Wenger, by the way, through that was a proper pass. If Ozil had done that, I said this to you at the time, the pass that Lacazette did down through the lines for Pepe, and then Pepe whipped it to Martinelli and he put it wide. Yeah, if Ozil does that, we're all getting our knobs out and knocking one out over it, aren't we?
Yeah.
But Pepe, for me, I thought he was pretty poor. But I wouldn't have marked him that low. Yeah. But
I thought it was poor, yeah.
Big up Sam, by the way.
Martinelli. Martinelli scored a goal. Had a couple of chances I thought he was a bit wasteful with.
Nutmegged one of their players.
Took the soul of one of their players.
Yeah.
I'm stuck between 6 and 5 for him. I'm gonna opt for a 6. I'm gonna opt for a 6. He scored a goal. We didn't lose the game. I thought he looked sharp. Just the finishing was poor overall.
He's starting football matches over Lacazette. Let's be real here.
But he does. He needs to start a central striker. Yeah.
He has made 20 appearances for Arsenal first team. Yeah, whether that be League Cup, Europa League, Premier League. 9 goals, 2 assists.
To me, he looks a lot better as a striker
100%.
than as a winger. And he could do a job out left. That's not his position. He's much more effective going down the middle. Let him play there, especially when the person you are playing isn't on form.
His movement in the box is relentless. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, look at some of the goals he scored this season, where he's drifted. He's gone to make that the far stick one. He's drifted off and gone near stick. Yeah, and that the one where Tierney whipped it in against Forest. He'd done that bullet header. Yeah, across goal. Yeah. Some of the goals he scored. The goal against West Ham was class, man. Again, today, he was in the right space at the right time. Why was he there? He's a left winger. And again, look at where he scored his goal. He scored it 4 yards out, dead centre of goal. And when Aubameyang's been playing left wing, where's Aubameyang scored his goals from under Arteta? Dead centre of goal. So why are we wasting these players by shoehorning in like a threat? Just bin him.
No.
Bin him. I like him. Listen, I like Lacazette. He has gone whoosh, straight downhill. Bye. See ya.
The whole season, really. Under Emre and now under Arteta. I don't know what's... I mean, clearly, allegedly, his mind is on other matters, shall we say.
Lay off Lacazette. He has 2 jobs, his and Ozil's.
Fair point. But yeah, well, that and he's entertaining other women, allegedly.
Yeah, he's got 2 women, 2 jobs. Do you know what I mean? My man can't keep up right now.
Right. But there's certainly some effort going on somewhere else. That's for damn sure. So yeah, it is what it is. I suppose let's come on to Lacazette. So yeah, I gave Martinelli a 6. Lacazette, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Anyone who doubts that mark, just watch the game. Watch the game. 3 out of 10. Let's quickly talk about the subs.
We only made 1.
We only made 1, and that was
Eddie.
No, we had 2. Yeah, Eddie and Guendouzi.
Guendouzi never came on.
Guendouzi came on. I swear he came on.
No, he was ready to come on. Then they scored, and Ozil stayed on instead of coming off.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh.
I completely missed it, and it was Guendouzi and not David Luiz. But I'm pretty sure Guendouzi never came on. He never came on. He was stood on the sidelines waiting to come on. They scored. Ozil was going to come off for him, and then he kept Ozil on because then he thought that somehow he would make a threat going forward.
So that's going to interestingly affect my mark for Mikel Wenger. But let's come to Eddie.
He was on the 15 minutes.
For me, with Eddie, he came on and he looked pretty sharp as soon as he came on. I must admit, there was one ball that he went to attack, tried to force the defender to play it backwards and succeeded in that. I'm not entirely convinced by Eddie Nketiah as a player for Arsenal Football Club. I've said that before, and I've had a lot of criticism for it. But let me tell you something. If we're prepared to keep him, I'd rather give him an opportunity than a Lacazette, who's clearly not firing for whatever the reason is. You should not maintain your place in the team because you're Lacazette. No, I'm sorry. And I like Lacazette, but let's just be real here. If Eddie deserves a place on the pitch, play him. If Martinelli deserves a place up front, play him.
Yep.
So for me, I thought Nketiah did okay. I won't overhype what he did. I'll give him a straight 4 out of 10, which for a substitute is not the worst. It is what it is. But yeah, I'll give him a 4. Let's come on to Mikel Wenger. Brother, among a lot of your problems, substitutes is beginning to get on my nerves. Because not only are you now waiting to 75 minutes before making a sub, you're now not even using your subs. Where really the team could do with an assistance. They could do with an assistance. So it's just like, how can you be drawing a game at home and you only use one sub? That to me,
at that point, you go, right, let's throw 2 players on. Let's just go for it.
Throw the kitchen sink. I'd rather they lost the game trying to win it.
See, this is what I was saying to you against Palace. We're 1-1 against Palace. We're down to 10 men. Just have a go. If you lose, you lose. Because you know what? If we'd lost that game but won today, 3 points is better than 2, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm things like that make me think to myself, the inexperience of him is probably too telling, because it's almost like he forgets. Oh, I'm in charge. Maybe I should make a substitute. Do you know? And it's just, I'm the one thing I'll give Emre. A lot of the points he got was because he made subs. He made key subs. He was probably our best in terms of substitutes only. Though you could not mess with this guy in terms of strategy and make his subs.
Yeah.
More often than not, he'd get it right. Usually because he had to have to fix something he messed up in the first place.
Yeah, but he had to force us to see that and do it. And then the amount of times we made half-time subs, we were like, right, this is new. We've gone full circle back to 75-minute subs. Yeah. Alan Michael Lincoln says, I feel sorry for Arteta inheriting mostly an average player squad, being better off only playing mostly. Well, listen, I don't feel sorry for him at all. The geezer's taking £6 million a year. Yeah, he's coming with all the big talk, and so far he's not backing his big talk. I don't feel sorry for him. I said he's out of his depth from before we signed him. I still believe that. He might prove me wrong. I'm waiting.
So I have a slightly different opinion on that. I slightly agree, but not for the reasons he said. For me, he's gone out for a job that all of us would take in a heartbeat. Of course, for 6 million, give me 3 million. I'll take that. Give me $1 million. I'll take that. Right?
For free.
Yeah, it's a dream job, so I can understand it. My point is, and this is where I put the blame on Raul and his little motley crew. How have you not seen the foresight to say, listen, and I have my doubts over Jose, but let me tell you something. If I thought for a second they were actually going to consider Arteta, Jose would have said, come on down, bro. 2 years, no problem. Carlo Ancelotti at the very least, come on down, bro.
I'll take Big Duncan Ferguson right now.
Yeah. Just give a 2-year job to these people and just then stabilize us, then go for the person that you want to go for. To me, he's showing a lot of inexperience I don't like. And like I said on your stream, forget everything else. As a man, you should be able to come into a job and learn from your mistakes. I don't think he is. He has his chosen couple, which are clearly Mesut Özil's his mate who he played with. So Mesut Özil, no matter what, as long as the back feels okay, he'll play.
It's amazing how he's not had any back issues since Arteta's come in, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Shock that.
It seems like for Mesut Özil to feel like he is part of the team, people need to be kissing his ass left, right.
And knocking him off, saying, "You're amazing, Mesut. You're the best man. You're great." Yeah. Amazing when none of that was happening. He started having back issues and not going to away games, isn't it? Yeah.
True.
The amount of people that buy that guy is unreal, mate.
We didn't lose the game, so I'll give him a 3. But I'll tell you, I'm.
That's a great question. Why did Xhaka take the free kick outside the box?
When Pepe did say that.
I said that was the exact same spot as the Vittoria winner. Yeah, exact same piece of grass, bruv. Yeah, Pep's same spot. Boom. To be fair, it weren't a bad free kick. The keeper didn't move, but why not? Why not put Pepe on it? He's already scored 2 bangers this season from free kicks. One of them from that exact spot. Why not put him on it? Yeah, and this is probably where Lacazette at the time, being captain with the armband on, pulled rank. I said, no, I'm taking that.
That was like a red colour for me.
You should stand there and call him out and say, bro, if you ain't scored, the only time you've scored is in a fucking brothel, my friend, yeah? Right? Yeah, you ain't scoring on the pitch. I'm taking this, and then have a full-blown row over it on the pitch. Yeah, and sort it out afterwards. Yeah? Because Pepe should have took that free kick. Pepe's got better quality from free kicks. Facts.
Yeah, agreed.
And if he pings it in, we'll be sitting here toasting a victory.
So yeah, for me, 3 out of 10 for Arteta. You need to learn better. And for God's sake, please use your substitutes, especially when you can see it ain't going right. What's the point? What's the problem? I get not bringing Guendouzi on in that situation because you then are chasing the game. But you telling me that you had no other attacking options on that bench?
Right. He had Ceballos on the bench. I would have still brought Guendouzi on. Or Joe Willock.
Brought Joe Willock on? Someone like that? And just bring Mesut. But that meant he had to bring his boy off.
Exactly.
He didn't want to humiliate his boy.
How many times have you substituted Mesut Ozil in 5 games? Do you know?
It can't be that many.
Or 6 games. 6 games he's played, isn't it? I don't think, as he substituted him against for Martinelli the other day at Palace.
Yeah.
Is that the only time he subbed him?
To my recollection.
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember.
I feel like it's twice.
Yeah.
But I can't
even so, how many times did Jose used to sub him at Real Madrid?
As soon as it got to 50 minutes.
66.
It wasn't even an hour.
My friend, 8 years later, we are playing him for 90 minutes. Let that sink in. 90 minutes. He was playing for the best team, or one of the best teams in Spain, where they'd overpower everyone pretty much anyway, other than Barcelona. Yeah. And he's in a league where everyone can beat everyone, and we're playing him for 90 minutes every week. 8 years later. I'm telling you, and I said this to you at the time, I said it on the stream at the time, all the time he keeps yelling at 18-year-olds. Exactly. He yelled at Xhaka. Do you remember we said that? I said, what are you shouting at Xhaka for? Yes, Xhaka should be shouting at you. Yeah, because he misplaced the pass because Xhaka ran round him and he passed it backwards, so Ozil had to chase his ball. Oh, I have to chase the ball. Yeah, it's like he's Midfield and chums, isn't it? Yeah, fucking, what's the kid? Oh, do you remember that? What's the kid's name of Harry Enfield with the long hair and that? Oh,
what, Kevin? Are you talking about? You talking about Kevin?
Kevin, that's it.
Yeah. I knew who you're talking about straight away.
Bro, he looks like a right prick. Yeah, and I can't wait for him to leave. I genuinely can't wait for him to leave. And he will start on Tuesday. So will Lacazette. And Socrates will come straight back into the team, even though Mustafi done all right today. And that has been the tale of the last decade. And that's why I said this at the time when Arteta was announced. I said, listen, pick your 11, stick with your 11, cool. Yeah, I get that. But pick players based on performances, not on names.
Form, yeah, exactly.
And we haven't had a manager do that for a long, long time, mate. But he will hang himself on that. Well, listen, he will do exactly what Emery did and exactly what Wenger did. He keeps pinning his hopes on Mesut Ozil. So there we go.
Well, that's the note I'm going to leave it on. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Well over 200 people watching at one point, almost 250. Please do stick a like on this video before you click on that X. It helps the show get noticed. And also hit the subscribe button. We'll be back doing this on Tuesday. We're literally doing the same thing. Reviewing the game. Talking about the game. I'll be with you over. It's going to be an active Sunday on this channel as well. So I'm going to be dropping 3 or 4 videos on like my name's Lee or something tomorrow in this channel. So do keep an eye out on that. Various things that I have promised you over the last couple of days will be dropping tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. I am literally, after this is done, I'm about to go on Shitflix. That is my movie review channel. You'll find the link to that description below. I'm about to review Bad Boys 3. Was it a bad film? Was it a good film?
You seen it? You seen it?
Yeah. So yesterday. So come and find out what if it was a good film or not. And yeah, I'll also be on later, possibly with Lee.
Yeah, possibly if I wake up. I'll stay up.
And also with Ola on our MMA channel, which is the Filthy Casual Show. that is in the description below as well. So come and hit that subscribe button if you want to watch me, possibly Lee, possibly Ola, do a watch along of the Connor. I probably did it on my ones, like half a second. Oh yeah, knockout. So yeah, come and watch that at the very least. That'll be fun. That's pretty much it. I think I've covered all bases. Go subscribe to Lee Gunner. He's about to go and do his player ratings sometime in the next 45 minutes, an hour. Would you say?
I'll do it straight away because I've got to do a daily transfer video. I want to get everything done tonight early so I can chill for the rest of the night, man. So,
cool. So go check out Lee Gunner. Go spam his chat and tell him that I sent you. Yeah.
Happy.
All right. We out of here, people. Take care. Lee, take us out.
Özil out. Özil out.
Co-signed. Out of here. Peace.